It just never stops, man. It just never stops. So I'm on go in mode tonight, man. Shalom, shalom, Hebrews and Shebrews. Of course, it's your brother Mikael, aka Jesharon. I was actually asked to come on this show, but by the time I got over there, do this really happen every time I go live, man? Hold on 1 second, y'all. This don't make no damn sense. What the? Hello? Hello? What up? What up? Oh, of course, Jesus. What's up with you, bro? I'm with you. Right. Yeah. Well, man, I'm gonna have to holler at you on that one on the solo tip. I know. I ain't say he wasn't. I ain't say he wasn't. Okay. Well, I probably hit you up in the I'll probably hit you up in the morning because I got to go up to the camp. I love you too, bro. Shalom and Jesus. All right. Yeah, what up, y'all, man? It never ends, does it? It's one of these nights, man. I say, I'm gonna let some more people get up in here. My phone always ring when I get on live, but I know for a fact these people don't know I'm on live, so it ain't one of them type of cases where they just going live, calling you because they know you're going live or whatever. It is what it is. So, man, it's only 4 people in here. Y'all flooded in here last time. Let me see. I get a little bit more people in here, man. A little bit share, subscribe, man. Share this. I didn't share it that many places. I only put it up on my channel, and I think I sent it to one person inbox or whatever. That's that. But I'm gonna go on here because I ain't finna be on here that long. Let me see something. Yeah, man. So, you know, man, I just it's just crazy, man. I just like I did the show earlier about the creep nature boy, you know, and that was one of my elders just called me, and he made a good point about, you know, everybody get a chance to repent. You know, my thing is unless it's too late, but that we can't be the judge of that. We don't know. We really don't know. But I will say, you know, this it's like a lot of people want to sweep stuff under the rug, man. And it's certain cats that have been on the front line. I never really spoke too much about it publicly. I would make a comment or two, but I never really sat and did nothing on it. But like, something is wrong with our people, man. I know y'all laughed a lot with the Nature Boy video earlier, but I don't know if y'all know about the whole AFRIKA BAMBAATAA story and, you know, the dude from Sods Soul Force. Oh, my bad. They call it a Sonic Soul Force. You remember the old song? Doo, doo. That's messed up because them was some cold songs, yo. You know, rock, planet, all that type of stuff, right? But one of the daddies, the pioneers of hip hop, was, you know, apparently or allegedly, you put that up there, is pederasty. You know what I mean? A pederast. You know, like the Jamaicans will say, you're Ross. What up with you, G? What up with you, G? Kizzle? My nizzle? Man, you know, I never really touched on this G-Con, so I'm going to go ahead and just go in real quick. I went in on Nature Boy earlier, if you ain't see it. And, I mean, I see, you know, it's people on the front line fighting it, you know, like brother Carl Albert, a.k.a. Israel Doctrine, and you got a few others. Some people reluctant to do it, and you could tell they only said stuff just because the pressure was on them to say something. And I never really got into it because there's a lot of back and forth stuff and slander. And so I just didn't really touch it as far as making a show on it. But I don't understand how people can criticize anything in the community, but you won't call out pure perverted freaks. Like, how do you support a cat like AFRIKA BAMBAATAA if the stories are true? You know, and he been molesting boys, damn it, since the flood. You know what I'm saying? We got a problem with that. So what you see in the title is exactly my question. Like, what's up with sods? And I know this one ain't gonna get monetized either, because like I told you, the last one I didn't monetize it, but it'll do it automatically. And it says Facebook sent me a message as soon as I was done. It was like, look, your content got something to do with certain sexuality that could be found offensive, so we won't put a brand or commercial on it, because I had bestiality in the topic, right? Well, I guess they're gonna do it to this one too. And so if you even look from a Bible believer standpoint, it's always been a connection with idolatry and sodomy. Now, I want y'all to catch what I'm saying. And by sodomy, I mean just all perverse sexual deviancy, whether it's girl on girl, boy on boy, you know, grown up on kid, whatever. Animals, as we seen with Nature Boy, who, you know, want to get it funky with a marsupial. My whole thing is, why is it always a connection with that? And if you don't believe me, let me just show you what I mean, right? And I'm gonna go in on this. I'm gonna show you something real quick. This First Kings chapter 14, man. And verse, let me see, 22. I want y'all to listen to this real quick. It's saying, Judah did evil in the sight of the Lord, and they provoked him to jealousy. So it ain't talking about the daddy Judah. Of course, by the time First Kings, it's talking about the kingdom of Judah, southern kingdom, right? It's saying they provoked him to jealousy with their sins, which they had committed above all their fathers had done. But they also built them high places and images and groves on every high hill and under every green tree. They go to idolatry. So, you know, that's one of the first 10 commandments. I know other gods before me. So they enter the whole, you know, knowledge outside of the Most High. Like you see cats today walk around with the ox on and all that type of stuff, talking about we comedic and you know, talking about chakras and kundalini energy that happens to be activated through your butt if you want to take it to the next level. But you know, cats don't be knowing about that. It's and there were also sodomites in the land, and they did according to all the abominations of the nations which the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. And it came to pass that in the 5th year of the king Rehoboam and Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jerusalem, and then it goes into the whole story of them taking away the treasures. Now, as you see, You got the idolatry, the places of worship, or the places of higher learning, innate, whatever they want to call it, right? You know, they super deep now. You always see this connection with, and don't get me wrong, every idolater, because there's some people committing idolatry and don't know it, is not a sodomite or a lesbian, right? But it almost seemed like every sodomite got some connection of idolatry to them. Just look at it. Especially them Hotep, Kemetic, Nuwapian, them type of dudes. And I'm not saying all of them, but when you look in their community as a whole, it's like it ain't spoken against. It's cool. You know, they can be freaks. You see what I'm saying? Because they're just in line with nature. They don't want nothing with no guidelines telling them what they can and can't do because they're gods and goddesses, right? And I see that's what the connection is. They have no boundaries. Because I'm trying to figure out, yeah, the Canaanites did it too. Ancient Egyptians did it. You know, that's why he told us in the land, you know, as they did in the land of Egypt, thou shalt not do. You know, you see the whole thing, Horus and Set, you know, trying to rape my man's and sperm crawling out his ear and all them crazy ass stories they got in creation stories that they like to say is just netters or whatever. They gay. I don't care if you call them netters, fetters, or petters. They gay. And so you see this connection. So when you look at a cat like AFRIKA BAMBAATAA, you know, he's spaced out. You know, he got the big ankh on, and he got about 5 different damn coaches on, all from different parts of the continent. You know what I'm saying? But he's so much different, yet, you know, apparently he's a boy lover. He like a black Greek running around here. Everybody want to talk about, you know, man, the white man started all that. No, they did. No, they did. Let's stop acting like it was some peaceful utopia over there. Cats was doing some stuff, you know. Now, you will get treated worse over in Africa now for doing that sodomy stuff because they knew the penalty from it from their history. They knew it didn't work out too good for them. So you would get chopped up. Whereas you may not see that in Europe so much, unless you like in Russia, because they don't play over there either. But it's some weird connection, man, with idolatry and perverts. And you know what I'm saying? Perverts and you know, sods, man. Sodomites. And that's what I mean by sodomite. I had to slide that in the title, hoping they'll let me get past, don't know what a sod is. Right. So I'm gonna go right to the next chapter. Like I said, I ain't finna get into no deep lesson or nothing because I really want to talk about it. Y'all tell me, what is this connection, man? Like, excuse me. I'm looking out the window too. I'm expecting somebody to probably pull up. So let me see. Where is that at? I think it's in 24. Okay. I know where it's at. All right, 15 and 11, man. It says, and Asa, or Asa, did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord, as did David his father, right? This when he come in the land, right? Now watch the first thing he gonna do. Like, if you want to build a community, you probably want to follow this guideline. And it's saying he took away the sodomites out of the land. Get out. Prance, gone, skedaddle up out of here. Boogity boo on out, right? And removed all the idols that his father had made. So it's something about that connection, man, with sods or homosexuals, lesbians, and idolatry. I don't know if they open a gay gateway or whatever it is, but it's some type of connection, man. And one of the reasons that I will understand if you want to start a foundation that you get rid of this, and mind you, for anybody that's watching this that's into that lifestyle, you can repent. So I don't want y'all to think I'm just jumping down on y'all. My problem is with these cats that's thriving in the community that use that sickness to abuse those that are not willing to do so, like children and stuff, like BAMBAATAA, Dr. York. Like, look at Malachi Z. York. He wrote a book called Sodomy Misinterpreted. How do you misinterpret sodomy? Because he's trying to dig in the Bible and with his gay, you know, with his gay beings, trying to find a way to justify being nasty. And then cats like this is polite master teacher, the cat that's robbing everybody. And it's something about it, man. It's like cats that deal in sexual deviant behavior, they almost have no limit to the moral crimes that they would commit, whether it's sexually or not. It crossed, like it just hopped the fence on everything, right? And so, you know, one of the reasons that, you know, we even took it so serious because it got the land in trouble. And we could just go back to the original law. We go to the Torah, Deuteronomy. So let's go on to Deuteronomy. I believe it's 23. Deuteronomy 23. Let me see. A bastard shall not enter. Edomite, children begot it, thou shalt place without the camp. Paddle, thou shalt deliver. Let me see. A vow, which go out the lips. And let me see where it says. Okay, here we go. Verse 17. There shall be no whore. So even the you know, sluts just walking around, excuse my Hebrew, was not it would not be acceptable, because you teaching the daughters it's okay to be loose like that. You ain't even teaching them that they should have standards, and that is a man shall marry you if he sleep with you and take care of you. You should be of some value to that man. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just be passed around like that. Whether you want to like to do it or not, you still devalue. So it say verse 17, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. So for you people that's not under the Hebrew Israelite subscription, you don't quite understand it. Know that when we say that, we look at that as the so-called African American, the Negro. So you're supposed to install in your daughter that she's higher than being a whore. She's higher than being a hoe or a thought or a bust down. Daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So the same with your sons. Boy, don't be running around here. You catch them little, playing around in their mama high heel shoes. Just, you know, kindly find a way to tell them why they shouldn't be doing it. You know, I ain't going to tell you to beat on your kids, because children are learning. But you make sure you break that up out of them by any means necessary. It ain't cute. It ain't cool. And, you know, I hate to say it, but a lot of our sisters, man, they enable the sides to hang around. Y'all know that. That's like the new thing now. Like every female got them a sissy friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen on some show, I can't remember what it was, but somebody was like, you know, it's like that purse dog. You know, everybody got the little purse. I can't stand them little dogs either. Like them little Yorkies and all that. Dogs can fit in your purse, and your woman's purse rather, or in a book bag. It's like that's what a gay friend like with these women now. They just got one on standby somewhere. And as a straight man, you know, you don't have to judge them or bash them or whatever, but you don't want to be around it either. Like, you can't see no bunch of straight dudes hanging around watching the game, and then you got that one openly gay friend over there. Like, woo, look at them tights he got on. And then we just laugh. Oh. No, it don't work like that with real brothers. I see that stuff in the Gentile neighborhood. Like, you know, you watch TV, white folks do that. You know, not saying nothing about y'all or them, but you see that, and they just the stuff they push on TV. They advocate the gay friend. And then you don't, that ain't reality, fam, because like it's too much we can't do together. Like, I don't care if it's freezing cold outside. Now look. Hey man, let me drop a scenario to y'all, right? Say you got a gay friend, right? Now, us as, you know, trying to be righteous people, you know what I'm saying? We know we gotta love our neighbors ourselves, right? So, you know, say it's freezing outside, 15 degrees. I'm about to shy, so you know it can get bone chilling cold, like below zero. And they out there, they ain't got no way to get home. Oh man, could I hit your couch tonight? Now you in a predicament. Cause if it was a straight, you know, a regular cat, oh, anytime, yeah, man. You know, you come in here and hit the couch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, y'all. And I am a priest. I am a minister of the Most High. I need to work on some things, but I'm not letting no side, open side, active, you know, in my crib. You know what I'm saying? And I got kids in here. Are you serious? Nah, fam. I know some people ain't gonna like this, but I ain't doing it. Y'all can say y'all will do it. You probably lying for political correctness, but I ain't doing it. And that causes a problem now, because now I'm going to have that on my conscience. You know what I mean? Because the brother out there, you know, he out there freezing. But all I'm going to be thinking is I'm not finna be up all night, you know what I'm saying, peeking out the covers. You know, got to keep getting up, looking around, see if this cat ain't moved, you know. So, no, and you should have that fear because it's not normal. So I'm going to go to this spot in the New Testament, Romans, the 1st chapter, appropriately named Romans, too, because, you know, you have to address them a certain type of way when you're dealing with that land. Because, you know, Rome was off the chain with it, Joe. And so, yeah, man, this whole AFRIKA BAMBAATAA, and I heard he finna be doing concerts again. I don't know what happened with that. I heard he got canceled. But, you know, for a cat that's out here, I don't understand how anybody will give him a show, a platform to make any kind of money when you got all these allegations running around of him molesting young boys and all that. I just don't understand it, y'all. I don't understand it. It's weak as hell. It's weak as hell. I don't know what knowledge y'all, all this knowledge y'all supposed to have in the conscious community. Y'all really gonna support that? That's why I say a lot of y'all is suspect, man. Like, real talk, a lot of y'all is suspect. Now, I could read this and be here all day because it's so long, but I think this the connection with the idolatry. Because if y'all think about it, a lot of these cats in this idolatry stuff, they don't look at it that way because they think it's religious. They think we're in the spooky stuff. They say these all are ancient symbols and they have power. Well, they opening doorways they probably shouldn't be opening, and I think that's the connection. If you look at Romans, the 1st chapter, in the 18th verse, it says, "For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men," right? "Who hold the truth in unrighteousness." So, meaning this ain't just for the false prophets. It's people that know some universal truths, right, as they want to call them. And so, therefore, somewhere down the line, they know that it's a creator. They just might not want to subscribe to the Abrahamic faiths, as they call them, or the Bible or things of that nature, but they know it's some type of moral standard in the universe and a creator that they got to be held accountable for. But they want to say, oh, I got all this knowledge and wisdom, and you know that's the white man's and all that type of stuff. So evidently they know it's true, right? It's a God out there. And yet they want to ignore that and say that basically they control more of their destiny and all that type of stuff, which they do to a degree, but I don't think they really understand it. And so verse 19, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, but God have showed it unto them. So God showed them somewhere in their life that he is real, what he said is true. Even his Bible, they might say it's tampered with, got some 100% truth in it that, you know, that they are ignoring, right? Verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So they without excuse, because it's things that they've seen, like if a cat drop on them, man, look, you know, Deuteronomy chapter 28, man, that happened to us, you know what I'm saying? Or we got evidence that Noah's flood happened. You can go to 211 cultures around the world, they tell you that there was a flood. You're going to try to argue it and say, well, they're all regional floods. What's the chances of all regional floods happening all over the world around the same time? So come on, man, stop it. Verse 21, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So a lot of these cats like Malachi Z. York, I don't know much about BAMBAATA's knowledge. I just know the Mog, you know, used to, you know, make some nice little cuts, but they was up there with them bogus patent leather suits on, which was suspect already. Shalom, shalom. And let it say, if any nations repent from their wrongdoing, Yahweh will turn his wrath away from them. Yeah, for sure. I agree, John. I agree. It says, verse 22, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. Verse 23, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man, and to birds, four-footed beasts, and creeping things. You look over in ancient Kemet, man, one of their most famous signs is a poop beetle. Try to keep it clean. I used to call it the SH, you know, beetle. I call it beetle science, you know, the dookie beetle. And then you got jackal head, the man body, and all that type of stuff they perverted all coming from the Creator, right? That they would say predates our Bible God. You know, that whole argument, which we smash them all the time if you know any type of secular history, right? It says, wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts. So they wanted to do this. A lot of them wanted to be fruits, and they wanted to play with little kids. And now you got Nature Boy, who literally wants to have sex with animals. Like little kids wasn't enough, men wasn't enough, past disease wasn't enough, tree hugging wasn't enough. He want to have sex with beasts. And so it say, so God gave them up to their uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forevermore. Like they like to tell you, I think God, you know, when they want to get slick and not say they straight atheists, they say, I think God is in everything. God is in this shoe. God is in my toenail. You know, all that type of stuff. So they're going to worship your toenail. So watch this, right? It say, verse 26, for this cause, God gave them up unto vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. What? Even they women running around here, you know, well, this is Hebrews After Dark, 9:25, prime time, hide your kids, but I ain't gonna cuss. But you know, the women want to do some stuff that men do to women, you know, they around here, you know, chewing carpets and stuff, right? So, and that's just become cool. Like, you know, everybody know a little lesbo friend and all that type of stuff. Yeah, but you should tell them at least once in their life, hey, you know, I think you should check out. If they say, hey, that's my business and, you know, that's between me and God, okay, leave it alone. That's cool. It's saying likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves their recompense of the error which was met. So, like you say, even the men around here wanting to be, as my Jamaican brothers would say, batty boys. You know what I mean? And you know, they butt pirates, and then they get the recompense of that. Meaning a lot of them around here, you know, they got AIDS, running around, not saying just they got it, straight people got it too. But they got it on an enormous rate. I remember I seen the study and they was interviewing gay people and they was like, man, a lot of times I see this one thing, this one dude was like, a lot of times when they go out and go to gay clubs, talk to the gay men, it's like a 50% chance they know that that man got AIDS. So they have to ask them that. Like that ain't something you just ask a female when you see them. You know what I'm saying? But it's that high in their community, although you probably should nowadays, but young men, get you a wife. All that extra, you know, box and stuff, it really ain't worth all that. And so it say, oh, and also the sisters paying for the recompense too, because you got HPV. You know, you got brothers around here that's sleeping around with other men, right? They sleeping around with other men, right? And then they sleeping with straight women like they not gay. And so then you got brothers, because it ain't no commitment in the community. So you got cats out here that are sleep with the same woman that this down low homo done slept with. And so now guess what? The dude carrying an HPV virus in his penis head. Y'all can look this up, human papillomavirus, however you say it. And when they have sex, now they won't have no symptoms, right? But they have sex with a woman, and in 6 months, it sets up cervical cancer or something like that, right? I did a study on it some years back. And so this is why this is dangerous and it's not funny. Because, you know, now, you know, because you want to act and blend in like a regular dude, like some Atlanta stuff, because I know Atlanta is off the chain with it. Man, my cousin told me some stories, but it's everywhere, though. It's in Chicago, too, but, man, that Atlanta thing is crazy, man. That's some of the stories I be hearing. But, and so, you know, so, yeah, it's real dangerous for your everyday person. And that's why we got to return back to the law, statutes, and commandments, because if you don't have no standard, like, you know, cats got, man, you got to go back to the days of, oh, it ain't safe out here to be no player, no Mac. Tell your sons, man, don't be putting your piece in everything, man. You got to get you a woman and marry her, like real talk. You know, I know you want to play as a teenager and all as a young boy. Man, it ain't worth it. You might not make it to be 21. And that's messed up. when the very organs he gave us to produce life actually take life now? How is it dangerous to have sex when the first thing he told us was to do was to replenish the earth, populate, be fruitful and multiply? Can't even do that now. You see what I'm saying? It's serious out here, y'all. So verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. And that's the thing. Whenever somebody a reprobate, it's scary. Because like if you ever notice with these preachers, whenever they just go straight off, they become a homosexual. Not all the time, but a lot of time. Because God had turned them over to a reprobate. And that's how you know that's like one of the final destinations. That's like walking the plank. I'm going to turn you over to be a sexual deviant because it was in there somewhere anyway. God ain't just going to make a righteous man wicked. I'm going to turn you over, man. You a reprobate now, you a homo. And I'm not saying that's what reprobate means. You know, that's for no return. But this is one of the signs that cats will be a reprobate. They just start doing some sexual deviancy and don't care. They done turned over, Joe. Like it ain't no recovering. They on their way straight to doom, right? Because they knew truth, but they chose not to live it and chose not to teach it. And that's where we at right now. And then if you read the next 3 verses, it say 30. It get the name and all the wicked people. 29, being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispers, backbiters, haters of God, the spiteful, proud boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implicable, unmerciful, whose knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do it. And so it's some type of spiritual connection with idolatry, these false portals, gods, and knowledge that they want to open up. They want to tell us to get rid of the Bible. The Bible got too many rules. It's too strict. You're being controlled. Your mind is locked. You know, all these slogans that they tell you. Meanwhile, they free. But if it was left to them in their lifestyle, everybody with high diseases would be single mamas everywhere. And it'll just be all messed up because they don't have a moral standard. It's just do as thy will. It's some straight Aleister Crowley, Satanism, Luciferianism. I know them 2 different things, but they all wicked. Stuff like that. Let me see. Matthew 24:33 verse. So you also, when you see all these things, know that it's near. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely about that time, fam. And I made this real quick. Like I said, I was being a little funny on the last on the Nature Boy thing. But on this one, I really couldn't think of too much to laugh at. Because y'all want to jump on the Hebrews and other people of faith, you know, religions. Although Hebrew Israelite is a nationality, there's religions within the Hebrew Israelite community. You know, Christians and Muslims, y'all want to jump on them, but at least we all agree, if you follow the Bible, that these type of behaviors are wrong and they serve no place in our community. You know what I mean? I don't understand how on earth people is literally supporting Afrika Bambaataa. I have no respect for anybody that's supporting that man. Because if these things wasn't true, he would do some type of, maybe he did and I don't know about it. Show me some type of interview. I heard it was something with a lawyer or something, but I don't know exactly what the content was, so I can't speak on it. But show me some where he defended himself and saying that he never did any of these things. That is some type of Me Too movement like Bill Cosby now, which we don't know if that's true or not either. It's just sexual deviancy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how y'all can support him. And especially Malachi York, when he wrote that book, ain't no way I would never be able to defend him. I don't care if it was the coldest Hebrew Israelite elder. I wouldn't care if he was directly had his papers showing that he go back to the line of Moses. I wouldn't be dealing with him if he was around here playing with babies or raping little boys or little girls or getting freaky with dogs, German shepherds, and deers. I wouldn't deal with him. I wouldn't deal with him. So it's a lot of respect of persons going on in that so-called conscious community. Y'all need to be ashamed of y'allself. And what was another thing I was about to say? Oh, and I can't think exactly what I was about to say, but I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of these, our community is in trouble because a lot of these victims turn out to be victimizers. Not all of them. They turn out to be victimized. You just watch YouTube. You got cats on TV threatening people, talking about raping people, kids, and all this type of stuff. And that's because they sick in their head because of what happened to them. So we got to deal with this in our community. We got to clean this up now. Now we got more people we got to watch and protect our kids from, you know? So, man, all I'm saying to y'all is, man, I'm about to find something to get into. G-Card, what's y'all on, man? You going live or something, man? I'll jump over there with you, bro. But, man, y'all see him, call him out, man. You know what I mean? Like, call him out. I'm talking about as far as that pedophile stuff and all that. As far as the sods, the homosexual and all that, man, look, they can repent too. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, if you got one in your family or something, holler at them, man. You know, if they ever come to you, you know, tell them, man, you know, that's a lifestyle might be kind of dangerous for you, fam. And try to break a little knowledge off on them. If they shun you and say that's their life, get out their business, hey, you did your job. Don't beat them up about it. But I know what I ain't gonna have. You know, I'm sorry. I ain't there yet. Matter of fact, I probably ain't gonna never be there. I could not be comfortable with people that just do who have no boundaries on where they put their own body. Because a person don't care about their own body, they definitely don't care about you and yours. So like I said, share, subscribe, y'all, so we can move this up to the top, because I want people to see these videos, because I'm kind of on go in mode. I got a lot going on, and y'all will be seeing a whole lot of me, man. And so with that, I say shalom, shalom. Hebrews in the his.